at the White House. Libbey, what can you tell us?
Well, Adrienne, we know that the Justice Department fired these 20 immigration judges, and that comes as the Trump administration aims to shrink the size of the federal government. That's what they keep promising to do. But some are wondering, why take aim here at immigration judges, given immigration courts are incredibly overwhelmed right now with more than 3.7 million cases that they're trying to get through. So the judges didn't get an explanation for why they were fired. But President Trump did post on social media earlier today, and that post could provide some clues as to why this firing might have happened from his Department of Justice. In that post, he said, quote, "The 14th Amendment right of American citizenship never had anything to do with modern day gate crashers, illegal immigrants who break the law by being in our country," talking about the birthright citizenship right there. Then he goes on to say, "Our lawyers and judges have to be tough and protect America." That being the key thing that he said in that post after we saw this firing of these immigration judges. And that comes as Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency makes major purges to other federal agencies. Over the last few days, thousands have been fired from agencies under the Department of Health and Human Services, places like the CDC, NIH. And this week, the IRS is reportedly going to fire 15,000 agents. So likely just the beginning here as the Trump administration makes major cuts. And earlier today, the Trump administration asked the Supreme Court to allow the firing of a top ethics official after we saw lower courts actually block that move. And this is the first case of the second Trump administration to make it to the nation's highest court, the Supreme Court, amid a slew of legal actions as Democrats really do try and fight the Trump administration and Elon Musk and Doge in the courts. Adrienne?
I think this president has been in court more than any in our nation's history. What else can you share about President Trump's agenda this week, including that trip to a Saudi investor conference?
Yeah, this is going to happen Wednesday in Miami. Two White House officials telling me that President Trump will attend a business meeting or a meeting with business executives. That's going to be hosted by Saudi Arabia's sovereign wealth fund in Florida. Now, there he's going to deliver a speech on why people should invest in America. That's what White House officials say this speech is going to be focused on. But this comes as tensions are really on the rise between the U.S. and Saudi Arabia after Saudi officials quickly condemned Trump's plan to purchase and rebuild the Gaza Strip. We heard about that plan that would ultimately displace Palestinians if it were to go as Trump planned. Now, that'll be something to watch on the foreign front this week, as Trump won't return here to the White House until later this week, but he's got a busy few days away from the White House. Adrienne?
All right, Libbey Dean for us live from the White House. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.